This is Umar Ahmed for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. We're in the fight capital of the world. We're at the top-ranked gym here in Las Vegas. I'm joined by the Dream, Devin Haney. Not long to go now with you and George Kambosos Jr. What does it feel like fighting for the undisputed title?
Man, it's a dream come true. I finally get my shot at all the belts. This is something that I've always dreamed of, but still got a lot of work to do. I still got to go in there and win and collect it, but I'm happy that I got my shot.
It's very rare for fighters to fight for an undisputed title ever. You're doing it at such a young age. Did you realise or did you dream, envisage that it happened at this stage of your career?
Yeah, I never thought it would happen this early. A lot of fighters fight their whole career and they be at the top level and they still never get their shot at an undisputed world title. So I'm thankful that I got my opportunity. I thank God for it, and I look forward to showcasing everything that I'm made of on June 4th.
I'm sure months ago, a couple of years ago, you thought you'd be fighting for the undisputed title with the likes of Teofimo Lopez or a Tank or maybe even a Ryan Garcia, but you go up against George Kambosos Jr. What did you take of his win against Lopez, and were you shocked by the result?
He went in there and he did what he was supposed to do. He got the job done. I can't take nothing away from him. He was a better man that night, and it is what it is. He's the next guy in line. It didn't matter who it was, if it was T.O., if it was him, no matter what. I wanted to fight for the undisputed, and here we are.
What dangers does George present?
He's a durable guy. He's tough. He comes in shape. He trains hard. But there's nothing that he does better than me. I got more speed than him. I got more power than him. Better ring IQ. It's nothing that he could do to beat me.
I'm sure you thought you'd be fighting for the undisputed title here or somewhere in the States, but you go to Australia. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I definitely thought that if I would be fighting for. I didn't see myself fighting overseas for probably ever in my career. With me being champion, I just never thought that it would happen. But it's boxing. Anything can happen, and here we are. I have no problem. I didn't sign up for it once. I signed up for it twice. So that's how much of it. That's how cool with it I am.
Devin, I haven't spoke to you since you've done your deal with Top Rank. Obviously, you were on Matchroom and DAZN show. So, what were your thoughts about the deal being landed on an ESPN broadcast with Top Rank and not with your previous partners in Matchroom and DAZN?
I mean, at the end of the day, business is business. Of course, I was signed to Eddie and Matchroom and DAZN. I thought that the fight was going to come through them, but the way that it was set up, it happened to I go with Top Rank and ESPN, and it is what it is. It's business, and we move past that, and we're prepared for June 4th.
Can I just ask, how was that relationship left with Eddie and Matchroom?
Oh, it's a great relationship. At the end of the day, they understand business is business, and I had to do what was best for me, best for my career. I thank them for everything. I thank Eddie. I thank DAZN for putting me in position. I thank them for everything. They made me into the fighter that I am today. They made me into the star that I am today, and I couldn't thank them enough for it. They did a lot for me. They were good to me.
As you mentioned earlier in the interview, if, in your opinion, when you beat George Kambosos Jr. in Australia, the rematch will have to take place again in Australia. Did you guys try to change that and get the rematch done in America?
Yeah, that's what we proposed in the beginning. We said something like that, but it never really like it wasn't too much dialogue about it. They were firm on what they wanted as far as negotiations. They didn't change not one thing. It never was one thing that they were open to changing. But the one thing that I demanded was fair judging, and that was it.
Have you planned when you're going to travel to Australia?
Yeah, I'm actually supposed to leave Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're going to be out there for 3 weeks, just getting acclimated and getting used to the climate and everything that Australia has to offer.
No worries on that front, getting used to obviously different time zones and weather, etc.
Yeah, no worries about that. It is what it is. I'm prepared mentally for it. I understand that, I'm going to be in a different environment, but sometimes we perform better when we're uncomfortable.
Where's your hype man? Is he here yet?
Man, he's late, man. He's late.
You better tell him off. Can you just give me, I know we're a month out, but can you give me a prediction how this fight goes and pans out with George Kambosos Jr.?
Me being victorious by any means necessary. I feel like I said, there's nothing that he does better than me. And he's a tough guy, but I will use his toughness and his heart and all that against him. It will backfire.
Devin Haney, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV. Safe travels to Australia on Sunday, and I'm sure we'll try and catch a word with you before the fight, all right?
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Welcome, Team Everlast, to the Team Everlast Fitness app. Download the Everlast Fitness app and find your greatness within.